Well, from providing gallery space to providing moral support, the Jacksonville Art Center Cooperative has spent 20 years backing First Coast artists. Here to tell us about the significance of the anniversary and how the community can join the celebration, we're joined by Ed Malesky. He's a wood turning artist and a member of the Art Center Cooperative Incorporated. Good morning, Ed.
Good morning.
We're also joined by Annelies Dykgraaf, founding member and president of the Art Center Cooperative. Good morning, Annelies.
Good morning.
So, why create the co-op in the first place, and how do you define an artist co-op?
Okay. In 2005, there was an art summit at MoCA, and a group of artists got together, mainly because there was no representation for non professional artists. And so a co op is a gathering of multiple people and we work together. It's not like a regular gallery where an individual person represents you. We all have to pitch in and volunteer, and yeah, and we do community work as well.
Is there a membership requirement? Like, is there a payment that you make in order to become a member of the co-op?
Yes, so there's actually you submit your work, and then we look at it. There's a committee, a membership committee, and it is $60 to be a part of the co-op monthly.
Okay. And
Yes.
so right now, it's my understanding that you have 34 artists represented in the co-op that are kind of current co-op
Yes.
members.
Yes.
And but a big focus of the Art Center has been like inclusivity and accessibility. Can you
Most
talk about
definitely.
how that works in terms of, providing space for the community or providing a forum for people who maybe are not part of the
Mm.
co-op?
Certainly. We have juried shows. We have about 5 a year that are open to the public, to any artist, not just members of the co-op. So members of the co-op will be in the main gallery, and then we have a specific area, a room designated for their juried shows, which includes anybody that applies to themed shows. We also do workshops for the community, so those are open, and we work with Title I schools. So we go and we do murals and also demonstrations of art and workshops in schools.
Hmm. Ed, what is it that brought you to kind of becoming a part and a member of the co-op?
Well, it was interesting. A number of years ago, I was up at a conference in Amelia Island about artistic self promotion marketing. And I ran into a person there, Mary Atwood, who happened to be the president at the time. And she looked at my stuff and she says, "Come on down." And so that was back in 2011 when we were on Adams Street.
What was her pitch to you? I mean, when she says, "Come on down," what appeals to you about that?
Oh, the fact if you're in a more crafts oriented endeavor like I was at the time, there is no place to show anything. If you want to get you think you have some potential, and then if you can get into a community of artists, I'm telling you, that changes your perspective. Being around for the last 14 years, 15 years with artists all around you, it has really shifted the way I think about what I produce.
Can you give an example of what you mean?
I think more traditionally, if you start as a wood turner, you're turning wooden bowls, you're turning utility kind of things. Most of what I do now is sculptural.
Mhm.
And one of the things about the Art Center shows, because they are all theme based, so now you're trying to think of how can I represent that theme with something I can produce. And the one we've just had is blooming for spring, and the piece I created there would not have been created by a typical wood turner. I can just say that.
Annalise, you have had a number of artists that you have shown there. You recently, one of your artists was recognized with a really prestigious grant, one of the Ann McDonald Baker Art Ventures Award. We actually had her on the show, Marcia Hatcher. It's a significant award. It's a $20,000, kind of like our local equivalent of like an artist genius grant to just sort of make that work and do what you do.
Yes.
Um, is that kind of recognition by somebody who is a member of the cooperative helpful? Is that important just to celebrate, or does it help you kind of get your mission and your message out a little bit?
I would say both. It definitely helps us to celebrate our member Marcia and in all that she has accomplished. But she also acknowledged that she was part of the art center, so she advertised that. So that's important that more word gets out about the art center.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so is this a space that provides like, gallery space, or are there studio spaces in there? Are people working out of there? Do you provide any supplies or kind of, help people with the production of their art?
Sure. The gallery is both gallery and studios. The current location is. We have always had both. They've not always been together. In fact, we do have two studio locations, one at the gallery on Adams and also one at Hendricks. So we have both. Um, I'm sorry, what was your other
Just kind of whether
additional?
there's any, infrastructure there to support artists as they're producing their work.
Sure. Lisa Lofton, who is our immediate past president. She does a Monday meetup, and not only members of the art center can come, but anybody can come and just do their art together and bounce decisions off each other, um, encourage each other.
Mm.
Yes,
And you mentioned like Title I schools doing some murals, community
sure.
outreach. I know that you do art in the park. You do some
Yes.
art for seniors. Can you just kind of give us the parameters of the outreach that you do?
So the city approached us to do workshops in various parks locations downtown because of our longstanding work, and so we've partnered with the city, and we do workshops every Saturday, and it's for different age groups. So we do that, and that has helped. And we recently did their Easter extravaganza out at Friendship Park,
Mhm.
and there were tons of kids there. That was amazing. It was just fun to see. We actually did live murals with the kids there.
Yeah.
Yeah, on
And
the
is that
boards.
partnership with the city, is that kind of part of the cultural council grant, the support that you've been getting from them, or is that different?
No, it's all part of it. The one thing about we started the grant process with the city in 2017, and one of the things that's very clear in the vetting process and all that is that what you there are very specific things reach giving back to the community, very specific goals that they would like you to accomplish. And one of the things that the extra funding allowed us to do was to pick up our outreach programs. And so we've been doing murals for quite a while, but now we put into our plan an objective to do at least two Title I school uh, murals a year. During COVID time, it prompted us. We did art supplies for the kids
Mm.
because they were not prepared for not sharing art supplies in their classes. And then we have most recently picked up Kim's Open Door, which is a organization that deals with refugee kids. I'm
You
going there this afternoon to teach a workshop.
Excellent. And just briefly, you are having a celebration that the community is invited to participate in. Annalise, can you just tell us where and when?
Certainly. It's May 17. It's a Saturday. It's from 5 to 8, and it's being held at the Grand downtown, which is 300 West Adams. It's directly across from the new JEA building.
And that's a fundraiser in addition to a celebration. All
Yes.
right.
Yes.
Well, congratulations on 20 years. It's a
Thank
great
you.
accomplishment. Annalise Dykgraaf, Ed Malesky, thank you so much for being here today. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right.